Now that we are going to be entering the second draft of our series today, what heroes need to be prioritized? You have to ban out the Fanny now, but you also have to be careful of Tamas, you have to be careful of Masha, you have to be careful of Lilia. Team LUNATIX, they're making themselves to be quite the threat out here.
Definitely a threat, team. CARACAL going to be starting things off. Let's get rid of the Masha. Very good idea to kick things off. Team LUNATIX respond by getting rid of Valentina instead.
Okay, pretty normal bans here. Team CARACAL obviously going to be respecting Yamichi from that last game. This Masha was a nuisance, and they're going to continue by banning out the Eve like they did last game. Makes me wonder whether or not Rain does prioritize this hero more. We won't know for sure until Team LUNATIX actually gets the chance to pick it up.
For now, I don't know. Now that Team CARACAL is on the blue side, let's see if their strategy in draft is going to change compared to Team LUNATIX, who are going to be playing on the red side. It'll be interesting to see what, the cause and effect is going to be. The follow-up ban is going to be Fanny for the side of Team LUNATIX, and yeah, this is a very similar trend that teams like to pick up what they think is powerful and ban out what they think is powerful. So again, a lot of mirroring here from the previous draft.
Yeah, since Team LUNATIX is going to be on the red side this time, they can't afford to give the Fanny away. They are more than aware of just how oppressive this hero can be, so give no chances over. However, things like the Valentina, like the Julian are still open for either side. And it's going to be up to these teams to decide how they want to go about this. Do Team CARACAL, they want to leave this open so that they can pick up one for themselves? Or is it too risky to give one to Team LUNATIX?
I'm not 100% sure here, but Team CARACAL, I feel like there is a world where LUNATIX may just, I don't know. I think they should, considering how they played, LUNATIX, I don't know if they're going to ban out this 1-1 or not. That's what I'm concerned about. Team CARACAL, they ban out the Thamos, definitely understandable. Let's go to a standardized battle, maybe Uranus up against Esmeralda. That's the go-to classic, one that I'm particularly bored of, but we'll see.
I don't really expect that kind of matchup here simply because of the way I know Goldilocks likes to play in the EXP lane. This is personally my favorite player from Team LUNATIX, and I've only seen them play in qualifiers twice. So having a favorite player is pretty rare for me. The amount of space he can create and the way that he just plays around making everyone focus on him is something to really witness.
I'm hearing a lot of favorite players, but I'm not hearing much of that in your dream and team. Better gotta get, gonna keep that in mind. Gonna keep that in mind as Farmers.
We'll see in a few weeks.
We'll see in a few weeks. Farmers is gonna be the follow-up ban coming in for Team LUNATIX, but Wanwan, Karina all wide open.
And it looks like Karina is going to be the first choice from Team CARACAL. We really haven't gotten to see this hero for quite a long time, usually banned out in the initial stages. But with this picked up, there's a lot of pretty dangerous heroes open. The Wanwan, as we've highlighted, the Julian open for Team LUNATIX as well, are those heroes that they want to pick up.
Well, we did see Karina yesterday with Red Esports in particular. Zayed, unfortunately, even though he was getting a couple of kills, wasn't able to help the team close out the game, especially with teamfight compositions. Getting an assassin to only take out one person is as good as it gets. Team LUNATIX, on the other hand, come on, somebody's got to play Wanwan, right? Somebody's got to play. It looks like Brody, the classic here, and even Team LUNATIX are extremely happy about it. The fans are, I can't tell whether half of them are impressed or half of them are disappointed, but Kadita is going to be the second pickup for LUNATIX.
I can tell you what the fans are feeling right now. They are excited because Brody is Mint's signature hero. We are aware of this. This is a hero he's very comfortable with. Seen it in the qualifiers multiple times. So it's actually interesting because both Mint and Zed have the same signature hero here. So I'm interested to see how well Mint will perform with it in the gold lane, considering it's important enough for them to first pick it alongside the Kadita. Team CARACAL, we're going to be seeing Xeno's signature, Cho, and the Wanwan somehow getting through all the way to this phase.
Man, I really hope this Brody was worth it here, because right now Team CARACAL, it feels like they're winning on all fronts. They've got a flex pick. Wait, Phoveus gets locked in. Now, there's a lot of people saying that, hey, Wanwan is going to get countered by Phoveus, but I think people need to realize that it's super easy to proc your crossbow of Tang. literally just allowing Phoveus to jump on you, throw out your get those weakness points procced super easily once he's that close. You can probably get the first one, dash backwards, and then get the next two when he comes in with the demonic force on the pullback, and then instantly use your ult to get a full execution. So I think it's more for the Cho than anything else.
Yeah, it does counter the Cho. It counters the 1-1 a little bit. I understand where you're coming from there, and it does work somewhat well against the Karina as well. So I just think it's a pretty good option overall, as Team CARACAL are going to actually choose to ban out the Edith here. The first time we've seen this hero the entire season so far.
Yeah, that's kind of an interesting ban. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of an interesting ban coming out from Team CARACAL. I guess, you know, they're well versed in dealing with semi-professional teams, and Team LUNATIX in particular. Let's see how they're gonna respond to this. They've already banned out the Esmeralda, but the final ban here is going to be the Hilda. They don't want their jungler to be interrupted. How interesting.
I think Team LUNATIX want to grab Hayabusa here. That's a hero that Amal is very comfortable with playing, works against the 1-1 because you can't hit weakness points if you can't hit him in the first place, and works against Karina because he's not really based around basic attacks and can escape with the Quad Shadow. So I think that's probably what they want to go for, which is why they ban out the Hilda, because it's really oppressive against a hero like Hayabusa in the first level.
Okay, I can see where you're coming from here. Now, Team CARACAL, they're going to be banning out the Ling. Team LUNATIX is going to have first priority being on the red side for this second phase selection. Where are they going to go with it?
They will, right now they're still looking for the jungler, and they're still looking for the roamer. They could pick up the jungler now since they already know the Karina on the opposite side, and leave the roamer for later to more accurately cover all the bases once they've seen the final few heroes of Team CARACAL. Or if they really want to give Amal a comfortable time, they'll leave him for last.
If I was in that position, I think we'll let, because the jungler has already been picked from the side of Team CARACAL, but instead, Team LUNATIX are going to allow Emal to get that very final pick at the end. They're going to be locking in that Kufra. A lot of dashes, perfect. We're just going to let you collide into the bouncing ball as many times as possible.
Oh, but also another hero that you have to be wary of, because Kufra needs to get up in their face to block them from dashing around, and that is the perfect position for 1-1 to pop off the crossbow of tanks. So while Team LUNATIX on paper have two heroes that counter 1-1 really well, if Zed is able to play around them, this is going to be their ticket to victory.
Yep, and here we go. It's going to be Uranus pick coming in for Team CARACAL. They need to finish off their composition, and they're going to go with the Lilia this time to make sure they can at least deny Rain. Team LUNATIX this time, I mean, wait, sorry, not to deny Rain, but more so to have some extra bit of appeal when Team LUNATIX decides to go for the dive. Lancelot! Yeah! Right. Okay, I'm down for this game.
Yeah, I was thinking once they picked up the final Lilia and Uranus, Hayabusa becomes a bit more difficult to go for. So the Lancelot pickup is going to be the choice here, but they do still have to be quite careful. This requires a great deal of mechanical control against a really powerful skirmishing team comp on Team CARACAL.
Well, this is going to be an exciting one. If we learned anything from game number 1, we're expecting game number 2 to be chaos, carnage, and blood.
Ooh, I'm looking forward to this. Will Team CARACAL be able to even things up and bring us to a game 3 in our final series and their debut match for MPL MY? Or will Team LUNATIX show that they deserve to stand on this massive MPL stage? Looking at their lineup, Team CARACAL going to have a lot of skirmishes, fairly tanky for themselves. On the opposite side, Team LUNATIX, lots of counters to dashing, but will they have enough late game scaling with the Lancelot and the Brody? We will find out as we enter the hallway into the land of Dawn.
All right, here we go. Game number 2. Sino on his signature pick. I'm very curious as to see how good Mint is going to be on this Brody. It's got to make a significant impact if they're willing to give up a 1-1. Sino getting some very early trades, and I think the mid lane naturally is going to fall into favor of Team CARACAL here. Both Yamichi and as well as Rain have relatively weak early game heroes and only can focus on... Wait, Yamichi's actually going to go back back into there. He has to flicker out. If not, he's going to die. Sino taking the safe route, using his G-Kundo to get out rather than to look for the kill secure.
Yep, Little Wanderer going to be taken by Ken there. Unfortunately, Amal not quite able to time his Torn Rose. Looking at the emblems overall, nothing too unusual, but I am personally kind of want to ask a question here. I am seeing more people go with Veteran Hunter from the jungle emblem, and I don't know why.
You just get more value from it. As much as you would like to power farm in most situations with Demon Slayer, yes, you can do it a little bit faster, but if you're not going to take neutral objectives, and if you want to just get more value out of your jungle camps, Veteran Hunter is kind of the way to go as, well, a different preference to Demon Slayer, let's call it that.
Interesting. I feel like that emblem is on the list of emblems that I would never have considered people using because it just didn't seem that useful to me, but I suppose I am wrong in this case. Right now, Ken farming quite comfortably, invading the jungle. Amal being forced to do some vertical jungling himself.
Yep, they're able to steal camps off of each other. Both are at level 4. Things haven't gone out of control just yet. However, we are seeing that Bad Boy is chilling around the EXP lane after shoving out, and he wants to make sure that it's shoved out good. Goldie getting on top of Ken, making sure that he has full vision of him as the rest of the team is going to be jumping into the middle of this fight.
Oh, that's a really nice G-Kundo. Going to be knocking them up, but Amal still secures the Lord. Sino taking a lot of damage from the rough waves as Rain knocks up Rash. He will be able to get away with the incandescence and no casualties on either side.
The what?
Incandescence.
Incandescence?
Isn't that Uranus' ult?
I mean, the consecration.
Wait, incandescence is Grecian.
Incandescence is
Incandescence
you
is
need to shut. Oh man! Why out of all these games you were doing perfect? You were correcting me right up till right now. Oh man, I feel so bad about making this wager. You're not the one that has to wear the shot collar at the end of it. I
can mess up as much as I want.
You can literally mess up as much as you want, and you can. If you keep on saying that, you might make me mess up, man. Now I'm nervous.
Maybe that's what I should do.
No, don't get any ideas. The bouncing ball from Yamichi comes on through, but Sino finds a good kick and even has time to taunt Yamichi as he flickers out of the way as he uses the Tyrant's Revenge to lock them against the wall. Mint unable. Wait, he gets it just enough damage with the torn apart memories to send him back to the graves. And unfortunately, the rough waves isn't going to be able to steal a kill from Mint himself.
Well played by Team LUNATIX, but Amal now being targeted. Oh, Rash actually gonna pick up that kill there with the Ionic Edge, finishing off the Lancelot.
Oh my goodness, I wasn't paying attention there for a second there. How many stacks of the Ionic Edge did Rash actually get there? As Goldilocks is going to head back in towards this lane. As promised, this game is blood and carnage.
It really is right now. Already 2 kills to 2, only 4 minutes in. We can see Zed already completing his Demon Hunter's sword, but Mint is the one with the most gold right now. But overall, Team CARACAL doing pretty well. He's followed up by 4 members of Team CARACAL, which means that the gold lead is going to be slightly in their favor.
Yeah, they're definitely getting a little bit more confident and comfortable as well. Sino on his signature pick, showing up, making sure that he has effective plays. But let's not forget that Team LUNATIX, they've got the crowd behind them, and that usually pumps up Malaysian players.
Yeah, that's what makes it important, isn't it? For you, all of you watching at home, if you want to buff up your team, make sure you guys grab some tickets and come to the live venue so that you can show them your support directly. But now the turtle going to be contested. Sino gets the kick onto Rain, gonna be pushing him away as Yamichi unfortunately misses the tires. Amal gets the turtle. Here comes the Robin Fort. A beautiful ultimate from Yamichi, pushing all members of Team CARACAL into the turtle pit. 4 kills. Demonic Force still following Rash. He will get away, but just an absolute decimation by Team LUNATIX.
Man, the player cams, Goldilocks has the most maniacal looking laugh. I am not gonna lie. And that was a devastating team fight coming out of the LUNATIX. What a play coming in from Yamichi. That could have been so terrible for the LUNATIX had he not pulled that off.
That was just excellent there. He missed his initial dash in and then push. Oh, in the back line! Rain! Oh, he does actually get Ken. Sets it up for Amal. Rain gonna fall, but that is gonna be worth it any day.
Wait, you know, is he looking for a little bit more? He does find Emal, but he's not going to commit too much to this. He's trying to protect Zed, and he's able to block the initial engagement as Zed now has an opportunity to try to go all in. He's gonna go for it. He doesn't have, oh no, he doesn't have his Inspire, and he's gonna be going down, trading 1-for-1 against Yamichi. The value being pushed by Yamichi.
That's worth it any day to Kufra, trading 1-for-1 against 1-1, even after the crossbow of Tang. It's too early in the game for Zed to have enough DPS to take him down. And now, Team LUNATIX firmly shift the gold lead back in their favor.
Oh my goodness, this game is... What a match this has become to end off today here. It's only the second one. For all we know, Team CARACAL might be able to pull on through, but the concentration is going to make sure that Rash is able to create the distance he needs, as Mint is getting free hit after free hit, but he doesn't have his torn apart memories. Is CARACAL preparing for this dive, knowing that the turtle is going to fall into the hands of the LUNATIX.
See that Team CARACAL were trying to make an attempt onto Mint to set up for the turtle, but Rain gonna spot out Xeno. Rough waves, not quite enough, but Phantom Execution gonna place the cherry on top. Xeno falls, and Torn Apart Memory gives the unstoppable streak to Mint, taking out Rash in the top lane.
LUNATIX taking full control over this game. Team CARACAL are getting overwhelmed with the amount of single target pressure that they have, and the comfort heroes, and it looks like Mint really making sure this Brody pick is going to be worth every penny.
We can see here, I think Emal, his build is Hunter Strike into Malefic Roar. This is full damage on the Lancelot here, and not even the usual items you might see him go for. So Emal, he knows how he wants to play this hero.
Yeah, honestly, I think he wants to not only be able to shut down the squishies, but make sure he's dealing significant damage to people like Cho, who gets the way of the dragon onto Yamichi. Can he pull it up? No, not in time! And now Emal, he's in a little bit of trouble, but he doesn't mind. He's got backup. He's going to be jumping in on towards Zed. Can he get it off? He does! He manages to get the crossbow of Tang just in time. Goldie is going right into the middle with the demonic force. It's too late. The damage has already been done. 2-4-0, but look at the towers being obtained by Team LUNATIX to make sure that Team CARACAL doesn't get ahead.
The entire time that fight was happening, Mint was just pushing up the top lane. So even though they lost 2 members, their AI is still predicting 70% victory for Team LUNATIX, but a really good play from Team CARACAL, being able to catch out Yamichi and then get the crossbow of Tang onto Emal. Zed dancing around those torn roses is very difficult to do under high pressure situations.
Yeah, I mean, Emal, I think his Phantom executions have really been on point here for the majority of this game. Unfortunately, now that he's 2-2, he doesn't have that perfect score. They're going to need to start snowballing this out of control, because eventually they will stop scaling, and it's going to be tough because right now Team CARACAL, a lot is riding on them to actually survive the snowball, similarly to game number 1.
Holy Crystal picked up by Ken, as well as Genius Wand on Rain. So a lot more magic damage coming out of these heroes in the next few minutes here. So, you know, gonna actually be spotted out here. So unfortunately not able to make a play. They were hoping to get a pick off before the Lord spawns, but it has come up. And now the teams must be prepared for a 5v5.
CARACAL sticking together, making sure they don't get caught out here, as this first initial Lord could go into anybody's hands. LUNATIX with a 5k gold lead need to press their advantage, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Xeno finds the initial kick onto Rain. Rain manages to get on out of there with the Ocean Odyssey. Xeno now dead in the water. Mint too powerful, too strong. It doesn't matter what they have at this stage of the game. The Malefic Roars kick into effect.
They're just going to completely push Team CARACAL off of the Lord Pit. And this means that Team LUNATIX will be able to take it quite easily. I don't think CARACAL want to make an attempt on this without their primary initiator. It would just be too dangerous for them. And that means this objective going to fall to the red side.
Lord has been slain, and now LUNATIX getting more and more bold. Emal at level 13 to Ken's level 11. He is so underfarmed right now. Luckily, he does have veteran hunters, so for each camp that he does take, it is going to get him some, just a little extra value.
The question is whether or not there will be any camps left to take with that veteran hunter, considering that Team LUNATIX are just constantly invading and not allowing the Karina to take advantage of this emblem choice.
Yep, they are just camping in. 4 of them are just camping in every single camp spawn that Team CARACAL get in their jungle, and it really doesn't matter. TL is doing a phenomenal job at playing the 7k gold lead to perfection as they synchronize those waves. The outer turrets will fall. Mid turret finally is going to get destroyed, but the question is, can they get an inhibitor turret off of this single Lord push?
Either way, this is the best wave synchronization I've seen from a team in a long time, and they're gonna break through all of inhibitors at once. Lord doing a lot of damage to top. Xeno taking quite a bit himself. Rash gonna get knocked out, but all members of Team CARACAL are still alive. Demonic Force onto Zed in the backline. This could be dangerous. This could allow the crossbow of Tang, but the rest of Team LUNATIX, they're actually choosing to back this off. They're sacrificing Goldilocks.
Whoa.
They pick up another kill onto Xeno. Currently 1-for-1 trade. Crossbow of Tang still available, but Zed needs a new target to pick it up on.
I think this is pretty worth it for the side of Team LUNATIX. They sacrifice one member and they might get another inhibitor here off of the lead that Mint has developed, but now they're going to force that fight. They find the initial hit, and Yamichi once again allowing 2 pickoffs, evening the score 3-3 deaths.
I feel like I have to point out just how impressive LUNATIX is playing this right now. Whenever a member wants to go in and they know they're at risk of allowing the crossbow of Tang to get activated, they choose to let themselves die so that Zed can't press his ultimate.
For the greater good. It is for the greater good. Rain, however, I will say he was able to make a last-minute decision of getting his Petrify off just in time. Unfortunately, not the rough waves. He died before he can even get to that point. But if he got that rough waves off, it would have been a 3-for-2 trade, and Rain gets the walkout for free.
Yeah, that's one of those unfortunate things there, but it does give Team CARACAL a little bit more opportunity to break straight out here. Currently, Team LUNATIX 7.6k net worth ahead, and they know they're in the driver's seat. They are taunting Xeno right to his face. That can't feel good.
It looks like they know what it's. They get it. They know how to be part of the MPL environment here. They are gonna taunt them till Kingdom Come. Looking at the items so far, Goldilocks is in a very good position. He's got his 3 core items ready to go, and the rest of the Team LUNATIX at this point have hit the 42k mark. So they are extremely strong. Xeno jumping into a fight that I don't think he can win, and the Demonic Force has been popped. Does he want to go even further there? No. Goldilocks makes a very smart decision as to not take it again.
Oh, but Xeno, he's still looking for it. The concealed play not quite enough as the Lord gonna fall. The Team LUNATIX, Demonic Force still up. Xeno dropping real low. Wave the Dragon, not gonna save him. Neither is Immortality, and he is gonna get taken out once again by Team LUNATIX.
Ooh, Team LUNATIX, they are just goading Xeno into unbelievably bad positions.
My God.
They know it. They know how to stir up a crowd. You can see how vigorously that they're tapping their phones. Literally, you can see the phone shaking in their hand as they're spamming recalls.
Just really boosting up that action per minute bar right now.
If there was a stat for action per minute. No, taps per minute.
Taps per minute. Well, we'll see whether or not Team CARACAL will be able to do enough taps per minute to overcome this next Lord push here. Team LUNATIX continuing to taunt until the very end. Here comes the Luminous Lord. Will this defense be solid?
Let's see how this defense is going to be playing out as the Lord is getting distracted as Rash tries to pull him away. Goldie is getting into the middle of the fight, jumps back out before anything can happen, but they find it, and the rough waves takes out 2 as they end the game. GG, well played to the LUNATIX on their debut game.
That's a series of clean victories from this brand new semi-pro team coming in to the MPL in perhaps the strongest